What's up YouTube, Card Boss here, back with another video to discuss our favorite company within the hobby, PSA. This will not be my first PSA video, but if you've been following my channel, you know how I'm pro PSA. Not exactly due to the quality of service or return times, but the value a PSA slab brings compared to the others out there. Obviously, I'm not the only one who recognizes this. There's a lot of other people who are on the buy to grade train as well. And people like us put up with the crappy turnaround times in order to make a profit. Of course, PSA has made life difficult for a lot of people with the various price increases over the last year or so, and a sudden halt in almost all the services until July this year, where express orders will reopen at $200 per sub. It was reduced in September to $150, but still double from the $75 in early 2021. So that being said, how does what most people would consider a premium grading fee allow us to still profit? Well, let's get one thing out of the way. You're not going to make a profit by grading base cards for a long time. That phase is way behind us. Alright, let's discuss the economics of grading. First, you take a raw card and apply a grading fee to it. Once the card is shipped back, you put a card on sale, and depending on the final grade on the card, that will determine how much money you make. So from this diagram, you can see all the variables at play here. Going backwards, you have the final grade, grading fee, raw card price, and the invisible variable called time. So meaning if you have technically solved the equation of all the variables you see here, you will profit. So let's discuss the variables. In today's video, we're talking about PSA Express service, i.e. $150 per sub, so that's fixed. And the turnaround times are pretty consistent now, roughly between 4 to 6 weeks door to door. That leaves with just two variables, one within your full control, and the other, I would say, partial control. Let's talk about the latter first, which is the great result. Obviously, the aim is to get a coveted PSA 10, and at very worst a PSA 9. A report card of a PSA 8 or less would be disastrous from a financial standpoint. What you do have control is the quality of your card that you submit in order to meet those grade targets. This obviously comes with experience, but you could always shortcut and pass it on to a group submitter who has the experience to vet through your cards. This of course comes with a cost, and that cost differs, but we're not going to go into that. Ultimately, what you can't control is PSA itself, where your card is at a full discretion of a grader. And the last variable is raw card cost. Now, this is quite obvious, where it's the actual price of the raw card that you pay, which you are sending in for grading. But here's the money question. What raw card and at what price will be suitable to be sent in via $150 express with the best chance to make a profit? Notice the choice of words here. I excluded the word ensure or assure. As with PSA, nothing is guaranteed and assumed to go the way you expect it. So let's look at the equation. With grading fee fixed at $150, we now need to ascertain what a raw card do we need to purchase and how much in order for us to make a profit with a minimum of a PSA 9. Let's look at this example. LaMelo Ball 2020 Select Hobby Concourse Silver PSA 9 sells for roughly about $300 and a PSA 10 goes around $700. A raw copy is obtainable for around $75 to $100 for decently centered copies. Now, I'm not even going to go into comps for copies that are trending below $75, as those are clearly off-centered with zero chance at a PSA 10. Now, park that thought for a second and we'll come back to that. So let's just say a raw cost is $100 after shipping and tax. You add a grading fee of $150 and you get $250 plus say another $30 for shipping insurance, which brings your total cost up to $280. Now let's just assume for a moment that a PSA 9 for $300 is net, meaning if you sell, you make 20 bucks. Feels tiny, right, for all that effort, but it's a roll of a dice to get a PSA 10, which is where you make your gains. So essentially, you're betting $180 on your skills to make $20 on an average day and $420 on a good day. More than a year ago, I was doing the same thing, buying raw Luka NBA hoops for $30, paying $22 for regular service, and getting a mix of 9 and 10s, of which 9s were selling for around $70 or $80 at a time. It was chipping slowly, much like the LaMelo example here, but with one big difference. Say something went wrong, and you missed something when you were going through your card, a surface imprint, a dial corner, whatever. Your PSA 9 suddenly drops down to a PSA 8, which of course means you lost money. Believe me, this does happen, through practice. It can be minimized, but the point is, it does happen. In my earlier Luka Hoops example, when such a mishap occurs, I lose probably my grading fees, which is 22 bucks. Quite an easy pill to swallow. But in this lamello example, the pill is $150, and that's rough. So all it takes is one lamello sub to go badly, and it might wipe out all the profits from all the other 8 subs. Conclusion, you can't afford to make any mistakes. Now, if your confidence level is near 100%, sure, by all means. But I'm a risk-adverse guy, and I play to win the game in the long run. So I calculate my odds to allow me to make mistakes, but greatly benefit if I don't. So let's move on to another example. 1998 Topps Chrome Michael Jordan Season's Best Refractor. Now, before I begin, be very careful before you start on a grading journey with 90s cards, especially when you're talking $150 grading fee, because the card quality is unlike what it is today, and you have to almost expect mediocre grades on your subs. Hence, that's why you see a great disparity between the pop count and the prices for 90s Jordan inserts in PSA 9s and 10s. But in the late 90s, the Topps Chrome product introduced a much better card stock, similar to what we see today. The earlier 1996 and 1997 versions had plenty of grading issues, much less so in the 1998 version. So it's important that you need to understand the card qualities in the various eras and know how it affects your grade outcome before diving head in. Now, this refractor in the PSA 10 fetches a lot of money, but I'm not assuming we're going to get any 10s and just focusing on the more achievable 9s, on which in this case the average price is about $1,000, or say $900 once you take into account fees. A raw copy is around $400 to $500, and let's call it $520 all in. Applying the same numbers for grading fees and shipping, you are looking at a cost at $700 all in. So you're looking to bet $180 to yield $200 on an average day, and potentially $1,000 on a good day. Now, these are odds that I certainly can live with, especially if you're planning to send in like 3 or 4 clean copies. Even though one doesn't do well, 3 PSA 9s would still net you a decent profit and well worth your effort. And what about PSA 10? Well, that's just icing on the top. So the point of this video is that there are still buying opportunities to grade, even the grading fee sits at $150 at the moment. And given the roughly 6-week turnaround time, that's rather fair. The price deviations in that period won't have large impact, compared to like say a year's wait. You guys can check out my earlier video on my Kobe submission that lost me $8,000 in potential earnings because PSA simply took too long. Alright, I hope you guys got something from this video. I'm really looking forward to regular submissions reopening, like $100 maybe. That will open more opportunities to grade, but we all need to understand that PSA is going to take their time to understand and manage the workflow before committing their service to their customers. As said today, I still stand by my predictions in my earlier video, so time will tell. So if you guys like this video and found it very useful, do like and subscribe for more content in the future. I will be putting up similar videos, so do watch out for that. Thanks and have a great day.